Hey guys, we're going to be doing a Vechain technical analysis video today, and we're going to be going off the lower time frames first. So basically all we have to see for the lower time frames, such as the 1 hour, is right here. We have just set some bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence actually, from this peak to this peak. So this should play out a little bit right here. We should see a minor bounce at least here. We're getting close to these highs as well that we set over here. So if we do put in a high, that's going to be pretty good. There's some minor support here with the hidden bullish divergence. We could see a little push up. On the 2 hour, we had bearish divergence from, I'll clear these, from this peak to this peak. Basically, you could see it on the RSI as well. We had basically bearish divergence, and that played out a little bit. As you can see, we were losing momentum up here. Added with that bearish divergence, we basically came down, and we've come down a little bit so far. I do think we'll get a minor bounce. We're still above this Kumo cloud, which is still green. For the 4 hour, which I wanted to talk about, as you can see, the momentum is still definitely to the upside, and we still haven't lost momentum to the upside. We are seeing this money flow, basically the green money flow, come down a little bit, but it can still come down and then find its way back up. But as you can see, when it comes down here, we do see a little push down, if you can see right here. And then if we do come down below into the red, then we're going to see a little bit of downside like we did here. But the money flow is still green, but this is pretty concerning that it's coming back down. But I do think we're still going to push up, and we're going to get a minor bounce here. As you can see, there's support here. Even dating back a while, there would be support here. And we'll see that on the higher time frames. But on the 4 hour, basically, I don't think, let's see, is there any divergences here? There wasn't any divergence actually, but there was a divergence from this peak to this peak, basically. If you can see, bearish divergence from this peak to this peak, which actually added on. Yeah, so we had a little drop from here to here with that bearish divergence, but it wasn't much because the peaks weren't too big, so there wasn't much momentum. As you can see right here, we're basically going to either create a channel like this. There's a lot of possibilities that this could play out in. We can either create a channel like this and stay in it for a while, keep bouncing around before we actually do get a push up, or we can create a sort of triangle. There's a lot of possibilities here, or we can just end up pushing up, but the triangle looks pretty good actually. We could keep playing in this range before pushing up, so don't rush the gun on anything. This could be on the 4 hour right here. This could be 1, 2, and up for the third. One sec. So basically, we'll come back here. This could be 1, 2, and then we go for a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth. But we don't know if this is actually going to play out. That would be pretty bullish if it does play out, but we don't know if that is the case. Or we could really have an ABC, basically. We could have an A, B, C, and up. But we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out, because we don't really know if that is going to be the case. So that's basically it for Vechain BTC. We're going to go on to Vechain USD. As you can see here, it's not the best looking chart. We didn't really get follow through here, so could pull back more. We've almost come to the 0.5, counting this peak to this peak, and we've dropped back down now. So I don't think this is looking as bullish as the other one. As far as the 1 hour time frame goes, we had some bearish divergence from this peak to this peak. There was some bearish divergence. Yeah, so there was this bearish divergence there, and then from basically on the 2 hour, let's look at the 2 hour. Keep in mind, I do trade the Bitcoin pairings, not the USD pairings. So we had bearish divergence actually there as well. From that peak to that peak, we had some bearish divergence. So the VET USDT chart isn't looking as good, but it's looking decent still. It's looking for some more upside. This could also create some patterns such as a triangle or a falling wedge like this. Yeah, falling wedge like that looks good. Or this could really be a rising wedge that does break down a little bit still. If you can see right here. yeah, so that could be a rising wedge as well. Or we could be in a bigger pattern, so we could really just keep panning this out and make it into a triangle before any major move happens. As you can see, both of them are looking similar, so we could create these patterns instead of just continuing up, because we don't always go up in one leg, and make some new highs. That would be pretty good, but we are looking for a minor pullback at least. If we put the EMAs on, as you can see, that is looking pretty good actually. So this is a 21 EMA. On the 2 hour, we're above it. We're above all the major moving averages actually on the 2 hour. Let's see the daily. The daily is looking pretty good, so we're above all the major moving averages as well, and the EMAs. So it is looking pretty bullish. Obviously, if we can find support here, and if we don't end up dumping, so that one is actually, I'll tell you guys what this one is. That one is basically the EMA 377, so that is actually really good that we're above that and holding above that right now. So if we can find support on here, we can keep pushing. As you can see here, we broke it and we pushed up. If we can flip this for support, it would be really good. So that's basically all we have to do for Vechain. If you want to follow the next technical analysis video, definitely be sure to subscribe and like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.